Hi, good afternoon. Today we're going to be
Yeah.
presenting ethics in hiring, balancing character and skills.
Hi everyone. So today we're gonna talk about the ethical behavior in hiring and hiring and recruiting a person. So first of all, in our presentation agenda, we point out all the factors which we're gonna talk about in throughout the presentation. So can you go to the next slide, please? Ethical behavior. Ethical behavior is essential for building a unified corporate culture and long-term company performance in today's dynamic business world. In today's fast-paced and interconnected business environment, ethical behavior is not just a desirable trait, it's an essential and vital thing. Ethical behavior isn't just about following the rules, it's about upholding the principles that guide our decisions and actions even in challenging situations. This presentation elaborates on the intricate connection between ethics and the workplace, highlighting the need to screen applicants' moral character during the hiring process. The upcoming slides will delve deeper into the vital connection between ethics and the workplace. We will explore how ethics is not just a theoretical concept, but a practical and actionable on the starts from the very beginning of an employee's journey in the hiring process. It's look it looks at situations when candidates with excellent technical skills have a history of ethical transgressions and how character is valued instead of skills. Next slides, please. Ethics and recruiting. The word ethics can refer to a set of beliefs and principles that employees and job hopefuls should uphold during the recruiting process. Establishing the ethical standards through the recruiting process lays the foundation for creating a workplace that functions on honesty and justice and leading to a strong company culture and long-term success. An organization culture is greatly influenced by its ethical practices. Furthermore, a solid internal and international reputation results from an ethical company and company culture is strongly influenced by ethical behavior. Uh, uh, Now, Dia.
Hi, I'm Dia. So now I'm going to talk about the moral landscape. In the business world, being honest and doing the right thing can be challenging, but still it is very crucial. We call this the moral landscape. It's like a map for making ethical decisions at work, basically. Making our workplace is a good, making our workplace a good and a fair environment is very important. It helps our team. It helps a teamwork and our company's reputation. Companies now want to hire people who share their values, to put it simply, to have a workplace that follows the rules, encourages teamwork, and has a great reputation, we must understand and follow these ethical principles during hiring. Next slide, please. Okay, so now let's talk about a real situation that shows how hard it can be to make good choices when hiring. Imagine we are thinking about hiring someone who's excellent with technology, but has done some bad things like hacking into secure systems. While they are really good at tech, their past actions make us wonder if they are a good fit for our company. This case isn't just about one person, it's about a bigger issue. It makes us talk about it makes us ask if being really good at something can make up for doing bad things in the past. It also makes us think about whether this person's values match ours. This case helps us to see how tricky it is to balance skills and character when hiring. Next slide, please. Okay, so in this slide gets the heart of the matter. Choosing between a person's skills and their character. On one side, we have someone who's fantastic at their job and could really help our company. But at the other hand, we have some bad choices. They have also made some bad choices before. This is a tough problem when hiring. We have to decide if their skills can make up for the bad things they have done in the past. We also need to think about whether their values matches ours. It's our job as the hiring team to find the right balance between a person's character and what they can do, all while keeping our company's values in mind. In the end, making good choices in hiring helps our company succeed and sets up for a brighter future. Now we have a friend to present the next slide. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Mufidat, so I'll be talking about the factors influencing ethical behavior. Well, and like for examples, internal and external factors that affect behavior include organization culture, leadership, role model, company ideals, and regulation. And also, both internal and external factors may influence a person's ethical behavior. Can you next it? Okay. And also, whenever the hiring committee wants to hire someone, like they have to look at the ethics and competence. The committee has to look at the behavior, has to assess, evaluate the person's behavior. Please, can you next it? And also, parameters for ethical integration. There are factors to be considered whenever the companies has to hire someone. And for example, for the newly employed people, like a probationary period, like a training period should be given to them for them to learn new things, for them to learn things in the organization, and also for the and also a counseling services should be provided for them, that for them to reduce stress, like a place for them to cure, like to deal with problems at work, and also training and counseling should also be provided available for them. I think that's all. Thank you.
Sorry about that. When it comes to the probationary period, so it's important to begin this period when you're considering applicants that have a history of ethical difficulties. It's actually quite vital, and normally it's a term that means that you're under supervision, including observation. So in a genuine work environment setting, it enables the company to witness the candidate's like conduct, more work ethic, and dedication to ethical norms. The key points would be that the supervisors and the co-workers would work closely together, and the supervisors would watch the co-workers work during the probationary term and analyze their moral judgment to make sure that they're not making any moral mistakes or any ethical decisions that can be deemed like wrong. And the benefits of implementing a probationary period would be to reduce ethical hazards, and paying close attention to their actions. Next would be ethics training and counseling. So this is a structured initiative that aims to inform staff members about the organization's personal or professional ethics, their standards, their beliefs, their rules. And the point of this would be to educate and train and ensure that all employees are aware and they know what the expectations are. They know what the standards are. So there's no reason why they should not be doing it. They can't say that they were ignorant, that they weren't made aware of, because they would be trained beforehand. And now the benefits of implementing these ethics training and counseling would be that everyone's familiar, once again, with the principles and the ethics, and that everyone belongs, everyone's on board with the same process. Nobody is using their own personal ethics or morals to decide what, no. There's like a company one, and everyone's to follow that one. So that should already diffuse some situations if they were to occur. So the company is dedicated to fostering ethical development, assisting workers encountering ethical difficulties, and sustaining a culture of integrity by including ethics training and counseling. And so after the probation, there should still be an ongoing evaluation period, so that routinely, this basically just means that routinely a worker's performance and their moral conduct should still be evaluated routinely every once in a while. So it's crucial to sustain an ethically progressive culture and to constantly be checking up on it as well. So it's not something that you say once a year and then nobody follows up to see if it's being upheld or not, right? And then by doing this, you're monitoring and supporting and promoting the candidates' ethical development and conformity with the organization's principles. And by doing this, you're also encouraging continual moral growth and support and alignment. And that's just one of the advantages of ongoing assessments. Then again, also ongoing assessment should be incorporated into the organization's performance management system, emphasizing ethics and values congruence. And that would basically just prove that the company is committed to sustaining ethical standards by implementing periodic reviews, guaranteeing that staff members keep developing morally and professionally. And that's where a big key skill would be transparency and communication. So by making sure that all the workers and recruits are informed about the ethical ideals, the expectations, the standards, and the importance of ethical behavior, not just your skills or your tasks or just your job, but also the ethics that go behind it, who you are as a person. As long as that's transparent and you're communicating that should make sure that there's like smooth sailing, there's not so many problems. And then that way all staff members are aware and they're all on board. Like we've previously mentioned, they all know what the standard is and they can all follow it. So once again, integrity and communication regarding ethics should be a constant element in the workplace culture and should be incorporated into the organization's overall communication plan. See, the business strengthens its commitment to ethical behavior and makes sure that personnel are well equipped to make righteous judgments by placing a high priority on transparency and communication regarding moral ideals and standards. So once again, this just means you have to be clear and everyone has to be on the same page on what the company's expectations are when it comes to ethics. And communication plays a big role in this as well, so that the employees feel like they can communicate whenever there's a problem, and it can just avoid a lot of problems in the long term. So the next slide, I'll pass it off to Devin.
Oh, thank you, Angel. So I'll be just moving forward with the experiment and what we had been decide. I'm just going to be discussing pros and cons of considering the applicant or not. So when we were evaluating potential hires, we often face the challenge of balancing technical and proficiency with the character. In this context, we've examined the pros and cons of considering a specific applicant. On the positive side, the applicant possesses valuable IT experience that could enhance team performance and support organizational development. But furthermore, their honesty and transparency, as evidenced by their acknowledgement of prior errors, are commendable qualities. Additionally to that, their commitment to change, actively pursuing therapy or moral education, indicates a genuine desire to improve and conform to ethical norms. However, on the downside, the candidate's past involvement in the legal system access raises significant ethical concerns that could jeopardize the organization's morals, security, and as well as reputation. Trust and reputation are vital, which I mentioned earlier as well. And choosing to work with someone who has a track record of unethical behavior might damage the organization's standing with stakeholders, including staff, customers, and clients. And adding to that, the candidate's prior behavior resulted in court penalties, which could have severe repercussions for the organizations if it were to recover. So in the next slide, we've been going to discuss what decision we have made. So the hiring committee has arrived at the decision regarding the applicant and question. After careful consideration, just a moment. Sorry for that. So I was just going to discuss that after careful consideration, it has been determined that the candidate will not be hired as the reason. This decision is based on two key decisions making components. Firstly, there are significant moral dilemmas associated with the candidate's history of unlawful system access. These ethical issues raised by are substantial and cannot be overlooked. Secondly, the organization faces numerous threats to its safety, reputation, and moral standards. Our commitment to ethics is unwavering, and we do prioritize creating a trustworthy and honorable company culture above all else. And as well as while the individual possesses excellent technical talents, regrettably, their application cannot be accepted due to our dedication to upholding ethical standards. And by concluding this, at the heart of our hiring process lies a challenging decision, balancing skills and character. It's a decision that is not made lightly. The hiring panel carefully weighs several considerations, including alignment with our organizational values, risk assessment related to character and skills, and alignment with our long-term objectives. So we want to emphasize our unwavering commitment to maintaining an ethical workplace ethical workplace for not only us but our colleagues as well. This decision reflects our dedication to fostering a moral workplace environment. We are open to growth, change, and understand that an individual's character and abilities define their journey within the organization. The complex relationship between ethics and workplace underscores the necessity of interviewing candidates in light of their moral character as well. So that's all from our group. Any questions would be appreciated, and you can email us as well. Thank you, Professor.
Thank you. Thank you for being present. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.